celebrate. This time, Popola, they do a life update inside Freetown. Who don't be there inside the capital city. People they celebrate all over. All man they celebrate. All man they celebrate all over. All man they celebrate. Salonians they celebrate. Everybody happy for them. Everybody happy. Celebration all over. You can be there. This time, people youngster. We are seeing all the celebration all over. The celebration. Thanks to the youngster. Thanks to the coach. What a big, what an equalizing. What a perfect equalizing. Family on our watch. Celebration. Inside Central Africa. For October celebration. Everybody is celebrating. Everybody is celebrating. Youngster na we. Youngster na we. Uteluna. Youngster na we. Salone has electric football. Salone has electric football. Youngster na we. Youngster na we. Youngster na we. Youngster na we. But when I watch the celebration, people don't stretch that street. People they dance that street. People they dance that street. All over celebration. All over that. Everybody is celebrating. When I watch the crowd, this crowd goes to the street. When I watch the celebration, people lay out people, youngster. This time, Popola, they do the update inside the Freetown. Popola, they do the update inside Freetown. The celebration all over.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, everywhere. Today, that's such a wonderful day, that's such a blessed day. Me personally, I'm so overwhelmed with joy. Today, we will come with another social media review. And I tell you straight away today, actually, what we do need to politics today. We really know to politics. I believe, I get the support of my colleague, Mr. Salone, for those spend this entire time just to talk about soccer, the implications, the political ramifications, the social ramifications, the oneness and togetherness, which they win. So they talk about. We'll even go back to the 60s them again. Luckily, Mr. Salone be a footballer, so all will be hit up on them games. But what we want to do, we just want to consolidate. What will happen today, the oneness and togetherness will happen today. But before we even go under that, just bring me call it in very quickly, Mr. Salone. Let it tell then I can't lay out the thing. Then the discussion will continue. Well, now all will be part of them. Like I say, this today we spend this entire time in soccer and then other sporting activities. How we try to talk to the government, now we institutionalize it. Mr. Salone, tell the people that do quick, can pick up this here very quick.
Hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever on the dinner the world. I'm Mr. Salone. I'm calling you people from North Carolina. As usual, when we use the program, they talk about social issues a lot of times, and this is one time we'll get a lot for talk about on social issues, and because we get something we somewhat unify we all across tribal lines, across district lines, across provincial line, and everything else. So we need to see more and more of this. Also, let me remind you now for say, we normally get numbers the way for call from time to time. For them, when they want to use the number there, we get a toll-free number when a 1-866-944-7722, 866-944-7722, and we get UK number when a +44 203 239 9581, +44 203 239 9581. Then we'll get Australia number +61 280 064 352. +61 280 064 352. And we finally have a WhatsApp number when a 1-343-997-5828. 1-343-997-5828. Please call and make your analysis and suggestions and comments about the game today, about the remarkable results we will get from this wonderful Sierra Leone team, where we all worldwide, the watch. Even we waited in America a long time. Well, we don't Pekin and not even know Salone. They were, but they are very much into the soccer thing. We're watching the games and making analysis themselves. I'm very much into it, and I was so proud. Some of them, some of William Pekin and I went out to Salone and born. Then they say we, the Sierra Leoneans. So that makes me especially proud. So that said, let me go back to Mr. Kutubu. Oh, one more thing. Normally, say we lead host has been absent for the past 3 months. 3 weeks or more. She may be joining us. So just in case, she may be joining us from wherever she is by calling. So I can anticipate an input from her in case the system work well from outside the broadcast or the try for call in. That said, let me go back to Mr. Kutubu.
Thank you so much for laying the groundwork, Mr. Shilon. Thank you so much. Now, today we see what's happening in Cameroon. We Salone again, it would go. Under normal circumstance, we're not going to be too happy about this will go because one go frustrate victory. But because soccer be not almost not going to extinct, it be not extinct. And this is the first major other call do. And as you see, even the first game we play with the defending champion, the defending champion. Again, that we go under. Then we don't care again today. We don't do meaning that the spirit of the table we see waiting up. Look, in fact, not even come with we usual song we can bring in with because of the euphoria, the gladness. You see everybody now, Mr. Shilon. I know I not talk about the actually the football angles. I really want to lay you now dwell on the political implication of this in the context of the unity, the oneness and togetherness. As you know, Salone, virtually politics don't divide we. But I believe say you will go. You will support me with I talk say religion and culture. Nine hobby that we glue that, and now including this. So I want to look at all the angles in there and how, as a matter of fact, we capitalize on this for a lot of talk. So you know what? There is also life beyond politics. If we came together on this why politics for dividing? So I want to really look at all the composite angles and Mr. Shilon, to you.
Well, to begin with, there are some basic rules we for really understand when it comes to human nature. We human beings, them, by our nature, we're selfish. So, and people will take advantage of the weaker of us or the weakest among us. So, a politician, a real definition of a politician, is someone you can never trust. In fact, as a matter of fact, people who make politics a career, with a very small exception, are people who really are interested in uplifting the well-being of the people of that nation. There, people who make politics a career are people who really very, even now and then, care about uplifting a country. Then see themselves, then see the rest of the people in the country as a means to an end. Just like in the old days where you carry the chief, the amok on a shoulder. So people then see themselves as that chief they to be carried by everybody. Now their own grander achievement in life, now they look at, but the means by which they will get there, because they can't carry themselves, so they will find things where they divide we. Not the thing where they bring we together, not the commonalities then go look for. So I think we go divide we, like, oh, you're not Muslim, you're not Christian. Oh, you're not Northern, you're not Easterner. Oh, you're not local, you're not Limba. Then narrow division and they way so insignificant. But it will appeal to certain people then sensibilities where it will begin make them take sides. And so any politician, I don't care whose part of the country you come out or whose party you support. Always view politicians with suspicion. But the moment when you begin for make mistake and trust them and this and that they didn't mistake the past, the start. So like this soccer thing is a classic example. You know, when would they pick the soccer team? I'm sure they're not picking out across tribal line. Your skills not come by whether you're Minde, Limbalo, or Timini. The coach they know better. I'm sure they pick the best among the best for represent the country, not to one tribe. They know this team not go play for saying, hey, we will come on Eastern, we will come on Northern Province, we will come on so and so. We can't show how we can play. No. This team goes in the name of Sierra Leone. And you cannot find one single Sierra Leonean on the face of the earth. Whether you're in Kono, whether you're in Limba, whether you're in Suso, where today not to a proud day. As the previous days, then where the team do extraordinarily well. And nobody goes around dancing under the banner of any political group. Everybody see we serve as one. So why can't we carry that spirit today? And think of the uplifting. Then gentlemen there, where the win them games here, or where the tie them games here, where they come up with them fantastic results. Think of the number of picking them, whether they uplift, whether they give a future, whether they give imagination, where they aspire for be like them. What will be the grow up? We're not in soccer. I remember those days in the 50s and the 60s. What would they grow up? Would they try for play ball, or what would they call it ball? Would they try for be the Batter Davis, the Boy Johnson, the Ware Sawyer, you know? Then one and then. That's so if we can know how to play with the Giusef name, that's what the people may call we. It's about time, like Mr. Kutubu say, soccer but almost go away, extinct. People are no more but British League than Australian League. You know? So it's about time we come back for begin for inspire, we're picking them. Because you never know side the raw talent they come out. But let me say this. The display of this team is an extraordinary display of talent. Because this is raw talent, raw talent. They don't get the facilities or the level of coaching and the financial backing, or for even put them at this level of performance. So this is not just raw talent, they perform so. So think for one moment, if we then get the financial backing in every respect, from equipment to facilities to income. And let me make one thing clear, what people don't realize. When you get soccer talent or any sports talent, when you get soccer talent or any sport talent, it's no different from if you get talent for in physics, in chemistry, in math, in English. It's the same talent. Because if it's so easy, if chemistry more difficult than soccer, well, let the chemistry professor play soccer like Adam guy said in the play. But American kids say that ain't going to happen because you're not get that talent today. So if we begin to recognize talent, if we begin to recognize what in the bring pride, national pride to world, if we begin to think of what in the put the country on the map, and if we begin to spend with money, Americans say put your mouth where your money is. So if we begin to put with money, mouth where our money is, these guys are what every expense or expenditure a country can deserve. A country can afford. They are deserving of it. But now enough for be then reactionary kind of type. Then go win game, you give them 10,000, just not a policy that one day. You know, where you run government, that is not policy. We for make policy where these guys, that for being a livelihood. Because sports, you get your peak. At some point, then players already play so today, then go reach them peak, then performance will begin to go down, younger generation will come. So now we for begin set policy. So not only somebody who have play soccer for being involved in this, now somebody will understand business. By now with soccer team for get psychologists, you know, for analyze them, for give them pep talk, for give them the kind of motivation what they need, or for hire motivational speakers, I mean, there's a lot that goes into the staffing, not just somebody who knows something about soccer, because we know the thing, and we don't need to go get PhD for can become, because I will probably land a quick, we don't go look for PhDs them. When I look for people and we get the know-how, like former soccer player Salone, we get a clinic na Texas. People are now and they now very well informed, very well equipped. Then in America, they're exposed to facilities that are top class. Now the kind of talent that the government for begin talk to and invite them and get the advice, not for just say, oh, what am I to get a PhD when I make a minister of what? So let me stop there because I get many more things I need to say.
Thank you. I mean, this way talks to now. Actually, I do want bringing us. Let's talk about long-term policy, because the thing is, the way we look at this, you only talk we people they cannot live on handout. Where they play, you give them 1 time lot and you give them 5,000 LEONE and you did no, you cannot. I mean, in fact, as a matter of fact, tomorrow I made this a major broadcast tomorrow at Salone Talk Forum for being happy to the government about trying to allow we professionalize and institutionalize it. Because the thing is, sporting activities or cultural activities also that part of the process of development, the political process. Me and you didn't make out the see. We see the stars here. Would the footballers, would they play tennis, would they do this, when the Olympics and the see. And these people are bringing billions and billions of dollars into the coffers of the United States. Now, part of the economy that we need for a lot of politicians, they know, say, sporting activities or social activities of us that also they contribute towards the economy. If we develop them here, they will get first-class stadium in Salone. Like you say, we get the professional people there, where they talk, where they win the people have to start. Then they don't just play the ball. After the game, we forget. No, we cannot. We cannot. Let the people, let them join the car. We get with permanent secretaries them. We get with clerks them. We get with managers. Then, don't let you say, not so we all God you the ability for go Cambridge, Oxford, or Harvard, or St. Andrews. Not to all able go under. But again, we need to understand that we all get different talents. I mean, I'm really glad that this PhD that every night they can bring up. Don't get sucked up in this mentality. Oh, that doctor, this doctor, that doctor. No. Don't say it. I mean, everybody get your own talent. And like you said, outside, we don't see the person in talent. Now, therefore, because at the end of the day, now the country, and like you quietly say, they go when they go to that place they show today, they go there as Salone. We see the dance when they dance yonder. We see the thing where the station show we. Everybody's out there dancing. I not see anybody wear SLPP clothes. I not see anybody wear NGC clothes. I not see anybody wear APC clothes. Everybody's jubilating a dance. These are the things that we need for telling politicians. Like you say, these politicians who are dividing us, when they come, preach politics of hate, politics of division, we need for draw their attention. Say, hey, wait a minute, now look what's not happen. And like you correct, they say they didn't go there because of the region. They go there because of this, representing the green, white, and blue. So we now get an opportunity. Well, then now, so we get an opportunity now within our social media for begin, de-escalate the politics, the rhetoric. No, so there are other areas that again where people they will contribute to us, the well-being of the country. There are other areas, not to politics no more. There are other areas where as profitable and we will also put the country on the map. So what I want to do, I want to now take this discussion. I know we can't go back to the 60s. Lord begin recall when football began at Salone, we just take out from the 60s, we begin to talk about people like Stevie Bio Boy Johnson Mane Peters them, all of these guys also Christian Cole them, and all of them guys also Kamadu Muya them, Masaka Mara, these all them guys obviously. So Lord begin talk about them glory days, and now for see if you find that they will not begin to return to. So back to you, sir.
Yeah, in fact, talking about the 60s, remember, we know now this is not the problem because we know continue the forward movement. Remember, like Kenema district, you be get people like go on Vangao.
Vanguard, Vanguard,
When I be yeah, like Kenema district, you know, like Bo will be getting Bobo Mansare, you
Bobo
know,
Mansare, yeah.
you know, and then you be get, in fact, Professor Kai Kai, where I still think the Maryland area, in younger brother,
Mm.
but they play for Kenema district when them instead of the Moyo Kai Kai. Then Professor Kai
Mm-hmm.
Kai when at the big Kai Kai when Septimus, but your other name now Moyo Kai Kai also when at the big Moyo.
Moi Kai Kai. Yes.
Yeah, because in Papa, Professor Kai Kai, in Papa, and my Papa, Maya Kai Kai, you know, me and Papa, Pashilon and Maya Kai Kai were very good friends. And Papa Nakalam, this student come out. Professor Kai Kai, I remember when we were younger, we be the aspire to the skills of playing because if they play for Edwards, and they were the top-notch guys. And even Charles Magai, where you see so, Charles Magai was
Now
the
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper for secrecy, So there are a lot of
Yeah.
us where get some perspective. And like when you talk about, you know, the thing that gets me when I see what's in the happen, because I don't want to let an entire generation miss out on getting on the train of success. You look today, what happened to the Kamadumboyas? What happened to the Boy Johnson? What happened to the Manapitas? They're all at the end of the day, they just fall on the wayside. They don't begin income, they don't begin nothing. They spend all that energy they for the country, but nothing get back and nothing in return. We must not let that happen to this younger generation. We need for begin to emphasize that the soccer player, the athlete who goes to the Olympics, and any other person who represents Sierra Leone in sport is just as talented, perhaps even more gifted than a lawyer, than a professor, than a chemist. Let me make that clear. There is no way, shape, or form anybody with all them big degree, I would tell you, say them better in any form. Talent is talent. And this is what we call talent. But I emphasize the point that this is raw talent. Then we players, we'll go play so. Now, just like when you pull somebody where gets where a good wrestler, this and that, just you giving talent. If you train them, it will become super. Okay? So we know say, just like our Kono, they get diamond boku and still does. Now, so we get rich diamonds in the name of soccer players in Sierra Leone. Now we get but just like how we don't know how for refine with diamond with the digger and we give which man then can tell you the value. Now, the same thing we do now. We get then diamonds there in the rough. Now we for learn how for train them and refine them and make them some of the best in the world. Look, we goalkeeper. Now there's another thing I don't think we even get back home. Look, the goalkeeper. He won the MVP, the most valuable player. Okay?
Very unprecedented.
Okay, very unprecedented. Do we have MVP awards back home? How many awards? Kamadumbeya, Boy Johnson, they wanted them. We need to start recognizing them. Did these people get a medal of the Roquel, medal of this? I don't think so.
Exactly. Well, I don't stop you, and I don't stop you. Let just add that. You remember even in England, they be honor Stanley Matthews. You remember that name?
Oh, yeah.
They call him Sir Stanley Matthews. Yeah, remember?
Yes.
The Queen honor them.
You see, but we, you see, like I can tell Professor Kutubu said, I say, which man say talk is cheap. We get the talk, but these players, but at the end of the day, it's not to their all. What would you say happen at the Western Wall? We should be able for get some Hall of Fame. So when they make you Minister of Sports, you know, I challenge these guys. Come up with some newness, some creativity, something we've never seen a Salone. Now, we talk about a soccer stadium. We need more than a stadium in soccer. We need a sports complex, which maybe the minister never heard of. A sports complex. A sports complex will entail a variety of soccer fields, basketball, baseball, and if we get an eye in America, I've always told people, if you can, and this now North Carolina, can I rally? We'll get to a soccer center We have 38 soccer fields, now one location, 38. And sometimes when they get tournament, any given moment, you get over 400 soccer teams that are competing at that facility there. Now that we don't see. So when they make you Minister of Sport, we want for you to have had exposures like that, for come up with new ideas. And then, like I say, my only other suggestion to the government, don't be narrow-minded. We get other talents there. We get some people where if you train them, they can become fantastic world-class tennis player. We get other talent them. If you train them, they will become fantastic basketball players. So we have to provide these facilities for the rising generation. It's not all about politics, politics, politics. There is nothing that unites us like sports. And we get for stick with that, we'll get for make that a significant part of our investment in the country. You know? I mean, this chills me when I see how euphoric or how happy people are. You know? If you look at the street, people don't care about party level. Everybody is jumping up and down, which is the right way. And when have we had any group or anything will happen in our country where bring such jubilation? We're not to see that. You know, it's all a matter of violence and trying to keep each other out and all this kind of thing. So,
in fact, what to do? Let's show the goalkeeper. Let's show that he award. You're for support to it. Technical team Munapuda, the goalkeeper award. Let's see.
Let's head right now pitch side for an interview going on right now.
First, I dedicate this award to my family and to Almighty Allah. It means a lot for me to play against the players that I don't even know and don't even watch. You know, this is mean a lot to me.
So, what do you think this can do to you and the Sierra Leone national team?
This is a motivation for me more. It shows me how I can work more harder, so I can reach there.
Do you think Sierra Leone can go far in this competition?
Of course, we're ready for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We just heard it from the man they call Fabianski, you know, the Arsenal goalkeeper.
Mohamed Kamara,
yeah,
the MVP. Who will say nobody before the game?
Yeah.
I would say Mahrez or Bensebaini, whoever in the Algerian side would be the MVP of this game. And surprise.
I was a little bit doubtful because I told you he's a very good goalkeeper, very good reflexes, but his problem is he's undersized, he's not the tallest, but he will never forget this day. Like he mentioned before, he's playing against guys that play in the best leagues in the world. Riyad Mahrez is a champion in England. So for him to win that award, the man of the match in this game.
Versus the champion of Africa.
He will never forget that. That is something that he will live for the rest of his life. And that shows you also that players playing locally, domestically, in Sierra Leone, for example, they can show that at the highest level they can deliver, and it's a very good day for the young man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Shino.
Yes.
Well, yes, finish your talk like you been saying. They are inject another element as you been saying. Where they finish your talk.
I mean, there is a lot to be said because when you look at the fame what this young man will bring, there is another dimension. There are several dimensions to this because when you think of Ivory Coast, the quality of players, these are players of international stature. A lot of them they play in a Division 1. Now Europe, you know, I get the name. I get 4 sons who are avid soccer players. And then I get, so they were watching the game and filling me in and telling me about situations. Like, for instance, me Bobo Anwar, he sent me a thing, say, I say number 19 for Ivory Coast, William Pepe. He play for Arsenal. There is another guy, number 9, for William Zaha. They play for Crystal Palace. And there's a number 17. This is all of Ivory Coast. When I think Horia, they play for Northampton. There's a number 21. When Bailey, they play for Manchester United. There's a number 4. When Siri, when J Siri, they play for Fulham. Okay, so these not players them for the British Soccer League top notch. Okay. Then I asked him, I said, do you know of anybody on Leone's side where they play on the international thing and team? He said he only know of one, but not even in the first division, where I think he said name that was number 8. You know, no, there is a number 8 where they play for AC Milan from the Ivory Coast team too. So maybe boss say there is a, I don't know if forget, there's a guy called, I don't know if forget, do we have an Antonio Rudiger? I think if they play for some team like Germany, then we get Nathaniel. But they're not in the first, not the first tier of the top league them. So we were talking about how do we get them talent there, how the other countries are able, because how do they go and play for Ivory Coast, but we not get comparable players and for play for we. And financial policy could be one thing, because these guys are professional, they cannot live their livelihood and can't play for country unless there is some concrete arrangement, unless so we begin to look how the other country will get top tier players them. They come back in Africa and play for their country, and how we go retain real players, and because we cannot hold the opportunity for go abroad for make money, because of their own gift in life that one day, but we for always try to make sure so they come back and help we out for put the country on the map. So there is a lot we country get for do. Victory is not all of it. Planning, has a lot to do with it. Foresight. I've always maintained the position that if small Jamaica, when are black people, they're like we win gold, win medals. Okay. Yeah, then we beat America, then we beat other. Not to we are the same people. We're not going to be as big as America. We're not going to be as famous as Germany and France. And let's not forget, say, even in soccer, almost 100% of French, the soccer team, the national soccer team, the Africans. So now we get for begin for implement policy for make sure, say, we give people them comparable encouragement, enticement for.
Well, talking of that, I know if you you're talking of that. Again, I know when you talk about the 60s, God be women. You remember, I don't know if what they play. We also been the import people in America. You remember in name Baba Yara? You remember that name there?
From Ghana.
That name something Baba Yara.
Yeah.
We
Baba
also
Yara, I think Ghana.
Ghanaian. Ghanaian from Ghana.
Yeah.
There will be also get that fellow we come on in Nigeria. I think he play for Ports. Now name no more. Name now no more don't go. If they play for Ports, let's say the even like the manager. Now you know what they talk say. Not to all politics. You see how Joy Weir. You see who said Joy Weir come out? A suicide or in now? Not also?
Yes.
For Musa, he come out. You could say it now. So, me and you, where they can't place here. You see, because I hope the word ignorance not very strong. We on job enough for try for disabuse the minds of the politician of that ignorance where they get see. Once you then the sporting arena, you're a failure. Now look at even the entertainment industries and we singers. And also because like I said today we spend considerable time on this show. Let we even go back. We get people like Patricia Abubakar. You remember how we get them banded. We get Afro Combo, Super Combo. Orchestra Professor Sissy Blake, we can so. It start now, I think a Golden Street or what, European or something like that. It start with band, na band Professor Sissy Blake in day. But they like today be one of the top-notch professors there. Then, so everything has a beginning. But we on job now for make the politicians they know that we cannot be very, dismissive of people. So if they can't open the line because the discussion is so sweet, that the line them open also we will take the concept. Because from this, we also get for talk about other areas like the athlete. But one thing will be happen where I go one will not forget. You remember that fellow in West Tombo in West, remember? Where he go genuflect before him. When they played with him for let it do everything. But I don't know if you see that photo today. That
No.
lady. Oh, you not see the lady? Oh no,
No.
it was so iconic. It was so iconic. I don't know if we get that photo today with the technical people there. She was on her knees, genuflecting before her husband do ya, appealing to him. We are late, do everything possible for make sure say we share the. So this is a show, they don't know the but this is a show. Say in this kind of a thing they are so. Believe me, unity daily. You only can get unity in ecumenism in Christian, Muslim relationship. How we get, unity where we watch net camp, we go watch lantern, where we go watch with paddle the nene. So we on job with this kind of thing don't happen now. Now for begin to preach to them politicians, when you are where una dey yanda, that not for be a basis for divide we. That shouldn't be. Because me cannot understand the irony and contradiction there. Football they hold it together, or sporting activities they hold it together. Everything. Why then has politics become the catalyst for divide? This is reality today. I don't understand. Mr. Shilo. I don't know if you can help. We don't understand that before look at that area. But in the meantime, the lines and open callers on what they calling, so that una also can make una contribution. Don't let it so Tombo Musa Tombo. Naika did na this because I come up with the equalizer. So I don't know if you can help me for let understand why politicians they feel they go therefore divide we. Actually, I don't know what you able to add to that angle this sir.
One dimension I want to add to this also. Let we realize because see those in the position of authority, they need to be more visionary and then for the think a little deeper. Now, a game like this, the videos they get from home, they only show people in a Freetown how jubilant they are. But soccer is nationwide. We would like to see how people in a Kalau district react. We like to see how people in a Kenema district react to this victory. We would like to see video of people there in Makeni, Nabont. You see, so that falls right into the laps of two people. The Ministry of Sports, what position do they take, and what mechanism do they have in place for spread this information back home, so a majority of the people then go see the reaction of people then because of the tie we'll get with Ivory Coast. Because it just can't just be Freetown. I would like to see the ordinary man, Penembu, up Abamara Chiefdom, see a video of this. I would like to see that there. But then the Minister of Sport will get for coordinate that there with the Minister of Information. Because now then duty for disseminate information as wide and get people involved. You see? But they may not see it that way, but it is their responsibility. So when a game like this is playing, you forgo all out of your way. By now, we minister them for beginning to think, the Minister of Education, how do I bring this game in a vivid way to the people in the Kalau district? How do I bring it to the people in the Kenema district? So, because Freetown is just the capital. But again, simple as that may sound, I do know we ministers are not to think in those terms. Then just the narrow way and they look at everything. But we don't know, okay, look at Mr. Kamara, the goalkeeper, I don't remember enforced him, but not to Kenema Ikomot, but not Kenema Ikomot, not to Kenema Ibide. He's from Kenema. This is what I read. Okay, so why shouldn't the Kenema people be proud for say, hey, this is not wonderful about them? I know him. Now we've to be the hangout, now we've to be the day. But nobody sees him because they don't go Freetown. So in contemporary Denana, Kenema may not even know they're talking about the same guy. So we owe a duty to the nation and to the people for letting themselves join in the euphoria, in the thrill of victory. You know, that kind of a thing there for make them know say there is future in sports. You not get for go college, you know, but like when I can say back home, anything where you plan for do, all I would sobe. So if in a ball you want play well, you go amount to something. You see, so then you way to play the ball, Now you go send your brother and sister then go school. Now you go pay the hospital bill. Now you go do everything. So it's about time we begin make people know. Not to everybody go be a professor, not to everybody go be a lawyer, not to everybody. And besides, the way the world is set up, you know, think of what kind of world we live in if you don't get a carpenter, if you don't get the plumber, if you don't get the laborer, if you know. So society has to be balanced. So for respect everybody at your level of achievement and encourage them and be the best. If you're a street sweeper, just make sure say where you sweep and the street is clean, you know. But it's time we don't pass that stage now for begin look down on people because every little bit contributes. So unless we begin to encourage people, not to when I go play sports, who for begin get first lady talking to them for say, oh, which is fantastic. I was impressed with the first lady about the pep talk we give the people because that was good, that was necessary, you know. But we need that as a matter of policy. We can't always get first lady for give motivational talk to we athletes. Another point I want to make out, we have to be very careful not to give preferential treatment to just soccer player.
Exactly.
Soccer players.
That's well good to get so. Yes, good to get it.
Yes, soccer is our best sport, our most popular sport. I understand that. But a guy who's a long distance runner, who goes to run in the name of Australian, who can do a marathon, I can do it well, he's just as deserving because where you go, the way you go run in the name of the country. So what if we get somebody who can play world-class tennis, who can win some kind of championship, we get for him the same kind of recognition. And if not tennis they play, we forget the same kind of recognition. We cannot say we will give soccer player then 10,000, which is great. I'm not against the $10,000, but I am against other players or other athletes not being recognized. And if we can begin to bring into the fold that we athletes are deserving of national recognition. If a goalkeeper can win an MVP, which means most valuable player, okay, not Australian award in not deserving of. You see, because by way of thinking a soccer player, not deserve order of the Rochelle of this and that. Now, so we think we don't know how for organize. I mean, it's a disappointment. But it's about time we begin for refocus. Then we bookmark them. Then we educated people had their mind, how do they think, and begin for realize it. There is more to national fame, national fortune, national progress than just go school and get all them big degrees here, most of which are very unproductive for the country.
Very much looking at it. Yes.
So talking about the 60s, I remember me last year at school when I'm there to play both school. My coach, that be Stephen Bio. In fact, that was the most popular. The Bio name was very renowned in soccer, you know. So we know how these were great people. How we aspire to be people like the Stephen Bios. If book not right for we know we get the second thing for say, well, I go on for play ball because Stephen Bio, he don't go England, he don't go study something about sports, he don't come back, you know, and we'll school hire him because we play some tough guys then like both school, and that was the game of the town, you know. So we know the significance of having good coaching. When you get good coaching, you can perform wonders, you know. So back to you, Mr. Kubo.
Thank you. As we wait for the calls, like we say, the lines are open now. The callers will come in. Caller, what's your name? And we say the call for. You get 3 minutes for see what you go out to this side. Wait.
Hello?
Yes, the line open, sir. You get 3 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. My own contribution. First of all, I say congratulations to the whole Leon Star team, the technical, everybody, for this great performance they put off all against the Ivory Coast. Ultimately, one say like where Mr. Shilon say, you know, we need to respect people in that country. No matter your occupation, as long as you're not the idol, you're not the kill, you know, you involve into something where they contribute meaningfully to society, whether in a carpenter, tailor man, you know, football player, athletic, you know, now that will for land, and that mentality we need for change and Salone. Even if we change that mentality, you go see say the tension by politics go away. Because if me know say if I run, people that will support me in that country there, then I will get the courage for run, not only politician, people that for the admire or colleague in that country. Then the next thing where the government need for do, whether this government any other government, I will take back the sports to the schools like those days, you know, try to pull violence come up as school sport. Because, you know, in those days, like where Mr. Shilon be say back, you get very good sport people from the school, whether a football player, whether an athlete, whether basketball, you know. From there, at least let you put something to the head, where they get intersect now, freestyle or any partner of the country, whosoever, whether in a school begin or to school begin, cause violence by the game, let you go jail. Let them know say, you know, in sport, like what you see in the US here, right? They happen at the US here. You know, now this we need for get the infrastructure, put the people in the right place, like where they encourage so the ex-players they for come around the national football team, we get ex-basketball players, ex-athletic people there where they don't do well, you know, they'll continue to motivate people in our society. Tell a man, you say, oh, it is so good, we promote on the social media, you know, like they close the people that left Salone for go buy clothes in Ghana, because we get tell them as well, they do as well. You know, now then now we need for motivate to people that tell us say you can be handyman, you can be meaningful in the society. Then I'm your thing for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's precisely the way Mr. Shilon talk now. Say we get for diversify the things then, the instruments then, the thinking, the thing that we go catch. It is not only the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers. I mean, in this country also. You hardly hear nobody talk. In fact, the only politician almost every day talk about mostly that the president, because you not get a choice. But believe me, I can tell anybody a good number of women now will not even be able to name 10 senators them or 10 congressmen. Why would not? Because they all they underground. They underground. If it's significant. But if you talk about like this, then Williams them, Serena Williams, when they play tennis ball, everybody go out and call them. They go in there because then they see. What they bring? I mean, the guy that when they go to the Olympics, so we on job actually. Sometimes what not happen now so. Sometimes a new beginning this. Sometimes God will make we can't try now lay out an infrastructure. Not try for institutionalize and professionalize it because, like we said, in the sporting industry, in the entertainment industry, in the whatever industry, there is also this also a part of the nation in development. It is part and parcel. Most say God made them people and they don't go so. They qualify, they win a champion. Salone is right on the map. Salone is right on the map. Where do they pray God for? Then guy when they come up so like Trumbo they so let another country not buy them. You see, because these are some of the things where we also need for watch out. And the only way other countries not go buy them, we governments get for make sure let them get understand say una of value to win a we need una then get for provide incentives. These guys are living not to say they want go. They really not to say they want go. But chance not it. If people like Kamadu we are them, people like Ablai Sete Garincha them, people like Mane Peters them, people like Tommy Mane them. People like Boy Johnson, them. People like Crispin O'Neill, George Olatelo, all of them guys they way play in Eastern Lions and Blackpool, because I remember the guy there, Christian Cole, and Chico Cole, Momo Mari, then guy they if they actually had the opportunity, those guys should have gone and go. So where should they pray for? And also Mr. Shilon will support me on this. That we now where God don't make within our social media where they listen to we. Let also this be part of your contribution again and appealing to the calculus of the politicians then or to the nation, especially we youth. Now tell you we can organize with youth them. If the politicians they really want help, they will organize with youth them. You're like Dr. Roland Trey, they do now McKinney area where you don't kind of set a center so that they will them, then you go pull them come out there, you go put them come up on violence. Because what do you get out of all that here? So, Mr. Shino, I want to hold this as a challenge that we will God make within a kind of place. I will go with the opportunity and privilege for talk. Not begin to make, because like you quite say, we need as they don't get the vision. Vision or they, okay, they everything are short term experiencing. Okay, giving a $10,000, give one. No, to me, now a band aid that. Now a band aid. What you need for put permanent structures in place. Think the way go make them understand. Say, you know what? We set your value in this country also. At the end of the year or the beginning of the year, when they give the national awards, they award them. Let them say too, they are part of the society. Nobody not look them as a failure. We get good artists, them, people that were even they sing. We get them. But what you know, we politicians, they like you correctly say, the vision not they for actually promoting it here. So let them understand the fact, say, this also a part of national development. We they grant in the economic advancement of the country. So with that again, I want to also look at the other, in the sports way available, not to only soccer. Again, what they talk about here, I want to cast mind back. We Salone because what we doing now here, so what did not begin to happen so. With the what you guy don't begin to so they want to go begin say, you know what? Yes, we'll not be, but we understand say Salone also now so things that be. So this is what they do now, small that we will go out, we able to hold the candle. So now also talk about sports, the relays, that way. People like Ablai Conte, my dad but Ablai Conte was one of the top stars in. This Ablai Conte one at the system. He was a top star. Even when he go Cambridge, the one at Cambridge also. Desmond Euclid. This guy is Desmond Euclid. We get sports people there. So I want to go back to the sport area. You remember the guy when they play there, people like Raymond Babé, people that they do high jump, pole jump. Like Nabo, of course, who do join me then CKC. Remember then Marconi Touré, Nabo school.
Exactly.
All of the guy, the Edwin Fambule, na CKC. So we had all these guys there. But like we continue to argue out here. Now we politicians, so don't begin a whip with politicians. They don't understand. It is not all about politics. So I know, see what you go out to this, even as we wait for the constant, sir.
Okay, well, the other thing, again, you see, now we would recommend award or athletes to be included in the recognition, national recognition, and being given awards. I know how we think. Then go on politicize them. Then go on try for no. You cannot get ministers and for determine which athletes get award. You wanna forget a respectable a body where they govern that aspect, where go decide, whether this person is meritorious of getting a certain award. We therefore begin for put certain practices in place. But again, that goes to the beginning. You see, there is a book that says everything I need to know I learned in kindergarten. And by that I mean the basics in life now we need. Let me remind we leaders then that you cannot get a nation that has no public parks. The 21st century.
Seriously, man.
And think you're making progress. You cannot you cannot have a nation without sports parks. So start picking and go because what will be small will be the play what you call Americans will call them pick-up games, or will be the call them bite game. Now treat will be the play.
Bite game. Oh yeah, bite game. Yeah.
Actually, Motukano Bokuna Salone like I Bokuso. Okay, on some tight corner, and they will be the play. But if we don't replace them now with park sports facilities, we have people that go and play pickup game. So it is for the Minister of Sports, to paper your qualification, not for just be the paper where you get. Now the exposure and certain things the classroom will teach you. Like the 28 soccer fields they want me to talk now with sports facility there, and they're not going to teach you that in a college. Now exposure, you get for the see such facility, you forget for the expose. So if you get a PhD or a master's degree in sports, but you have never been exposed, as people will be shocked that there are a lot of us here, even we don't live in America, we're not as exposed as people may think. Some of us are just in our own cocoon. You know, if we're a professor, we come home, we eat with cassava leaf. You get some man in America, 10 hours, you can eat cassava leaf 7 days a week. You know? This is true. There's nothing wrong with that. But you use that expression there for let people realize, say, we have not adjusted, you know, because, yeah, cassava leaf now we're indigenous food. But when you go back home, show people them, watching at the thing. Like I can always give this example about when many years ago, the first time when I go home after living in America, I get an Alaji friend of mine from Panguma, Alaji Bokari. He come, and then I check my town. So I say, Alaji, you want tea? He say, yes. We'll make iced tea for him. We'll make iced tea for Alaji. So we put the thing, put ice and everything, and put a near him. So the tea they near him. So now I say, Alaji, you know to drink the tea. Now I say, where the tea? Now I say, no, in the glass. He said, Subhanallah. No, I can't. I said, Mr. Shil, I go drink tea with ice. This is true. This is true. He actually says, say, God forbid, I go drink tea with ice.
Can you imagine?
Now I say, Alaji, I say, oh, I forget. Oh, I say tea. Now iced tea me be the think of. It's about iced tea. How you go put ice pan tea? Now I say, Alaji, just try no more. Just try. Then they say, Mr. Shilon, in fact, they call me Mr. Madi. Say, Mr. Madi, I say, Alaji, try. You know, I say, you don't think so poison? They know. So he say, oh, no, God forbid. I say, but I don't know how to drink tea with ice. Now I say, give. So Alaji, sip and first. You know?
Oh, Lord, this is so interesting, Mr. Shilon.
And this is true thing. Then he sip a little bit more. Then he sip a little bit more. Then Alaji said to me, he said, Mr. Madi, for truth, I tea this? Now I say, yeah. That's what I drink in America. I said, they drink iced tea. Before Alaji left, he said to me, Mr. Madi, he said, do where you go, America, we to come back. If you not bring that for me, let's bring this tea. Yeah.
Bring the tea.
He said, because when I go Panguma, I want to show me people them. Say, Mr.
That's right.
And I use that illustration there for say, so when we go back, me not going to go teach people how to cook cassava leaf because now we food down there.
Exactly.
I like you appreciate this new thing. You say, wow, I don't know say you can drink tea cold. So we need to take ideas back home and spread with people the knowledge. You see, but when they do that, they will get a lot of brothers in here and sisters with PhDs, with master's degree. You will be shocked how unexposed these people are.
Oh, I agree very much so.
They're not put them, picking them into sport activity. Then the guy goes on, Minister of Sport, Minister of this, Minister. He's not qualified for the position. I keep saying this. And until we put the right people in the right position, you know, you will be surprised how easy and how successful it is when you put the right man at the right position.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And we need for begin for adjust their appointments then they, you know.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be Minister of Health because you're a doctor. We're gonna medicine and teach you for run a hospital and for head a ministry, even though medicine or some science background is necessary. But look, America, the Secretary of Health is a lawyer, but with vast knowledge. But with vast knowledge in the medical field, and working a doctor, you know, and if you go to court, you watch lawyers, they want to try medical malpractice cases. You'll be shocked to know that these guys are not doctors. They can go toe to toe with doctors in theory. So the knowledge matters, not just the paper. So if we want for help our country, all this over the CISO, if we want to start the right thing, let we get the requisite people them. and you will see, because this is the best in my entire life. This is the best performance I don't see Sierra Leone team from at an international level, Sierra Leone soccer team. Because one, them boy and confidence to even get higher and higher. You see what the goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, you're very, you know.
What the goalkeeper say? I mean, people that where I know ever play with, I know ever a robot, where they play against, but it don't put in himself say it no matter who these people are. He's as good as they are. You know?
True.
So part of the upbringing now, part of the training for getting as much videos of all and top class soccer players, we'll therefore begin to talk about opening sport academy. Sport academy. You know, for begin teach young picking them, the young one them for learn how to play the sport who say they're gifted in. But we not to do so. And last but not least, there is this common knowledge. In fact, somebody make a comment about that. That every time we get a team of people going to represent Sierra Leone, then they appropriate money where most of the times are being misused by the officials then. This is year after year after year. Why does it happen? You know, why don't you let the players they know what they're entitled to? You know, and tell and say each one of them forget so and so. Why everything for be kept in secret? Officials and they divert the money. Sometimes we've seen situations where the players they even protest because waiting and forget they not get up. All of that has to stop. You know, if we really want to continue this trend of improving with international image, which is really where we are. This is a moment of national pride. I think we should be very, very proud because Sierra Leone's performance against Algeria and against Ivory Coast, these are the heavyweights of soccer in Africa. So when you go in a ring with an heavyweight and you come up with a tie, it's victory for you. Now the heavyweight nine loss. So
that's time
then tie was Sierra Leone get this not victory for Sierra Leone because just we know say there are better days ahead. So back to you, Professor.
True. Yes, let's see if we can see if we get some video them. We go actually see how we celebrate. Technical team una put something because today, like we say, we get a lot of we just want to continue this celebration. So una put something there for us.
I will also like the technical team if they get a video of the keeper, the game against Nigeria. Some of them saves them. They were just extraordinary. If we get them.
Yeah, anything when I get it, because we really want to entertain we listeners and today. You know, one day we stay away from politics.
You promised me and you are delivering.
Yes!
I told you were going into that field as lions.
Yes!
The lion can never give up to an elephant.
Yes!
Celebration inside Kenema right now for the draw. Inside Kenema City right now, celebration.
Wow. Now, Mr. Shilon,
Yes, sir.
with this state of euphoria, we don't reap the country. So I don't know if I ask you a favor, you do it for me because I believe say I get waiting it take for Kelsa Leongo na the zenith of Mount Everest. I believe say I get them. So whether the possibility if una go begin campaign for me for let me be the president of Salone. So Salone go be up here that you go.
Say God willing, you know. But you know, there is a lot. Take this guy Musa Tombo, we scored the
Oh yeah.
equalizer. Okay, now you see, we have to be very careful in implementing policies.
Sure.
First of all, we recognize say this is a team sport. No
Oh
one
yes.
man, no matter how good you are, can win a game
No.
for a team. Okay,
No.
so when we the award recognition, individual skills matter. They make we get
Does.
things like MVP, then kind of a thing there. But also we have to take into account the performance of the team as a whole. Then forget the
Yes.
then forget the national recognition they deserve. A lot of people are not familiar with the pictures should be put on billboards all around the country.
Seriously, yeah, exactly.
So people, because a lot of people are not familiar with them faces. So this is time for them for publicity day. I also think, say, it's about time we begin to set up policy in terms of earning ability for earn money. So if these guys are going to be going there playing soccer for Sierra Leone, this guy for building livelihood. We can for begin put them on some kind of a structural income of some sort, where they for look forward to for take care of them family. Because it's really hard for get players them where they go play out of the country, but they don't get basic occupation from which they go make their livelihood. So somebody need to look after them, for get them some kind of protection, for consider them playing for Sierra Leone as an occupational hazard too, because you can broke food, you can scrap. They need certain protections. These are the kind of things we want people to get in place. And as far as we were talking about facilities, let me make clear for say, Naya, the average, even college basketball team, they get physical therapists, and get a sports doctor, then get the psychologist, then get everything on staff. You know, because then they treat you holistically, the one that you they at your optimum performance. So we for begin landing team and they too. So with national team, we cannot assume say with players they don't get problem. They get financial problem, they get marital problem, you know, they get psychological problem, they get all kinds of problem. People assessment need for be made of them for getting the best possible treatment and service so they can give the country back and return the best possible service, because this is all service to country. Unless we begin to recognize that, and if we're going to put them on salary, not put them on the patents, I think, in my view, a national soccer player should earn as much as the a minister, you know, I don't see any reason why for not, unless, because in fact it bring more fame and fortune to the country than the average minister. So yes, we have to be fair. Let's begin to look at things properly. We can't just assume, say, because you a land book, you know, now you for get paid past other people, you know. So there are a lot of things we need to do. We need to start somewhere, and hope it will continue, you know, because nothing is as important as what you decision before our very eyes. And you know, for open more public parks, what would they by city planning? You cannot get a whole nation, not a single park, a whole nation, 21st century. What kind of planet do we think we are living on? You know, they tell me and you grow will get Queen Elizabeth II playing field.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The park money will be open to we. Then you begin Victoria Park, when I be something like a botanical garden.
Oh yeah.
You know, would not destroy all that. You know, by now, Freetown forget 2 or 3 parks. I mean, Western area park, Central forget park, Eastern forget park. You know, so that kind of a leadership that we need, not to people that we want can't give we just tokenism or mediocrity. It's time for the pass all anything there. Anything we do for do them in grand scale and in style and with quality. So now my own suggestion and about what is going on now in our country. We need leaderships with vision, and we're not going to accept mediocrity as the standard, you know, for just pass by. No, let it be everything for be world class. I still say this to this day, and I want to be corrected. I don't think in Sierra Leone to this day there is a single building that has an escalator. I would like to be proven wrong. You know, I would like to be proven wrong. But I mean, in this day and age, will Parliament forget that? The court, the big courthouse, forget that. I mean, it's just strange. What are we doing? Who are these people who are leading this country? You know, we think say just a little token here, a little token there is good for we. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. People like those cannot. You can't lead a country. You can't lead a country. You know, we'll therefore begin to look at things at international standard. So again, going back to what you say, I mean, what we talk about sports, violence in sports, that can be eliminated. You see the rules internationally. Even look at if you touch a referee, a referee might do something to your leg. If you touch him, there are just laws against assaulting referees. You know, you'll be arrested, you'll be charged, you'll be prosecuted. You may not like go back home and can go attack a referee. We'll get to stop all of that because this all going to the package if we want to develop sports. Make a referee feel safe. And then by the same token, if there's evidence that the referee a fixed game, that should be a crime. He should go to jail. You know, it should be a crime. So let referee, if you disable the referee from physical assault, the referee likewise for live up to expectation. So, and easy. If people in the bribe referee, you go know. Because what go leak, then go set them up, then go catch them, then go expose them, then go disgrace them, then go prosecute them, then go lock them up. So, but we all here go together. If you not put them together, you just want to improve sports. But you not set guidelines in place. How to protect a referee. You know, create a facility that is top notch, top class. You just want to go get, like how we can do with medicine. Then. You know, you want to go get half and half. Where like what would minister them? Then say go buy a bus for the country, you go buy second hand. We can for stop lending in there. Bring the best of the best. The people who the manufacture in here, they want you for buy new ones. They want you for bring good ones for your country. This is what we have to do. And therefore, it takes serious-minded leaders, honest people, people with integrity. And I also suggest this too. Lifestyle audit is important because the ACC commissioner, he can only do but so much. So if they make somebody a minister, where you know say, they get car safe, 1 year later, they get 2-3 SUVs, that is probable cause for put them under investigation. Tell us how you lifestyle don't change so fast. You see, unless we bring it here, we can make all the hypocrisy we want. Begin say, oh, well, this man are the supporter, and so the chief. And that other person one and the support my entity. As long as we come up with that, we all get blamed in the country because we never try to look things the right way. But Englishman say, a rising tide lifts all boats. Okay? So if one lift all the boats, then at the jetty, at the wharf, we'll forget the tide, the freedom for calm. No, we go lift all the boats there. Back to you, Professor Kutubu.
Thank you. Talking of that, even as you still would and sporting activities, I just want to say that your area I want to go quick for look at something. Of course, you did social media, Mr. said don't address them, and I'll continue. I don't address them, back to back 2 days now. Waiting to go through your mind, or waiting will be your action of the nation in top in a law enforcement officer get even accused or suspected of waiting as obstruction of justice. How you looked at it?
Well, of course, that's why there are rules. You see, there is a lot of that going on back home. Unfortunately, court files are lost. Powerful people interfere with trials. As we speak, you get a politician, Kamarimba, with an all on the accusation of sexual assault or rape. He is being treated as if he's been convicted, even despite the fact that the man in lawyers and just say he has all sort of medical issues, then still continue for keep him in jail. But what is even more disappointing, when a judge, well, first of all, I think it's unconstitutional not to grant the guy bail. I think, but nobody, we don't know if a lawyer and they argue that to take the matter to court. But I think it's a violation of their own constitution because this man is presumed to be innocent. And I'm using him not for political purpose. I talk in terms of the good of the country. Because the moment you allow, because you can say injustice anywhere is threat to everywhere. Everywhere. You see, this is what people don't realize. You cannot allow it to happen to the Kamarimba. Because it's a matter of time, it will boomerang, it will happen to you or your loved ones or somebody where you least expect that to happen to. Because the precedent has been set, we don't enable the government, So Kamarimba and thing, if a judge saw fit for granting bail, why is he still in jail? To me, the only way you go explore that is you go explore that based upon the density of the legal system in the country, meaning like some dark area where you can't see, you just get for just fiddle your way around. Now for file some kind of writ demanding that the director of prison give a reason why this man is being held, and see what the answer is going to be. Now, if it turns out that there is some hidden hand under that, somebody will not get any connection with the judicial system way they behind that. I don't know if people really get appreciation for the legal implication for denting and they enough for B. And we don't seem to learn lesson, okay? Because if we learn any lesson, we saw what happened to the gentleman where then they all passed the bad laws, then they end up charging him with treason. Although I think there was no basis for that, but it happened, And then the system worked in a favor, with all praise to the existing system at the time, to the president, for not interfering. and he came out not guilty. You know, I cannot remember the gentleman's name.
Paulo
But
Conte.
Paulo Conte,
Paulo
yes.
Conte.
Yeah, Paulo Conte, you know, under the Scoromar regime, that they pass all the bad laws there. You know, I don't know when these people will learn. Okay, now what amazes me in the current condition, I still get the utmost praise for President Bill, because he really has made some tremendous progress in improving the legal system of the country in terms of the laws themselves. Now, the implementation and the administration of them progress there that would they don't seem to get any mechanism in place to put them into effect. But I still marvel at Tam for abolishing capital punishment. I think that brings way up to world standard. I still marvel at Tam for abolishing the seditious libel seditious act of 1965. You know, where people are used for harass other politicians. I still marvel at them where they try for make sure say this not only the dual citizenship, but people have certain rights. People in the diaspora should have certain rights to engage in the political activities in the country. I mean, they preach that. So there are many progressive things they may get. So to me, it should not allow actions like this man being in jail, unjustifiably, you know. But not only Camaremba, I'm citing him because he's popular, but we do know that even recently, there is accusation about some ritualists who use somebody for sacrifice. Then this person then find him guilty, they investigate, then find him guilty, they convict him, then in about a year or less, he's out on a pardon. That should not happen. It should not happen. You know? So maybe they need to revisit the system in place. Who are the people who recommend pardon to the president? What are the criteria we they use? We need all of that for good governance. You know, now it's hard to keep politics out of a lot of them here, but something, and they will cast the government in a bad light, and the president and the immediate advisors don't foresee that. So this ritualist, if he make it a policy for just kill people, he cannot make it as in defense that I get connection, I can sacrifice anybody, then I get connection in high places. I think make the government do good, and it is bad. So my overall thing is obstruction, as you asked me to address that. This accusation about the Attorney General sending for a case file, taking it from the court, reviewing it, and being instrumental in fact, trying to pervert or divert justice. I think the Attorney General should know better. And it doesn't do the current government any good. You see, where do you don't have a line of ethics, these things happen. All the parliamentary, with respect to conflict of interest, judicial, with respect to conflict of interest, accepting bribes, and many other unethical things, all these things should be very clearly spelled out as part of the job. You cannot participate in engineering, you know? So if the AG actually did that, well, there is no choice, but he should be asked there should be some accountability. He has to come forward, because that is only good. Well, the president gets his own style. But if I were in his position, I wouldn't tolerate that, because you for no better. I mean, even if you interfere with the case, that is a terrible way of going about it, for override somebody's own justice, or for doing at the expense of somebody. So the Attorney General, without a doubt, you know, and he may very well be in violation of the law. But here is the other side of it. the top people are within the law enforcement, when the Attorney General and the Chief of Police, the Chief of Police himself getting your liabilities, you know. So we therefore be concerned about the people who would give them top-notch position here for portray a good image of the government, because the ordinary man at treats, the ordinary person at treats, forget some confidence in the system. This is my problem. The ordinary person forget confidence in the system. That no matter what happen, I trust with judges. I trust with
Yeah,
prosecutors.
Mr. Chilo, not take this call here and see. Not take this call. Caller, who's the call from? What's your name, please? And what you get for art to this fine debate I will get today. As soon as they see me and Mr. Chilo, there's something like interactive discussion of the whole this. Really, it's not like what happens here. So what you are helping with, caller?
Namion caller now?
Yes, caller. Yes. Yeah, who's the call from today?
Oh, thank you very much. Me and the people at the call from the US and the state of Delaware.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I really enjoy the way the discussion they go. Very nice, and it's so good. And I really appreciate with Adi Dr. Shilon. They are very in ideas. Also, Mr. Dr. Kutubu, very good. I appreciate you. It's very good. I really want to focus on the victory of today's, winning.
Okay.
Which is Salone, not ever talk more diverge and end into politics. But as we don't see the dynamics now in the country, everywhere in the country they celebrate. The old world they celebrate. They don't have sports, but the spirit, it just takes so much. Even if you know lack, trust me, just because of that unity sake. When they say the lion roars, today the lion opened a mouth. If you see that picture of, this last picture of the equalizing goal, that picture actually depicts that it's alone with Allah. However, to the main point, I want to try for focus and let we say with all this kind of the type of in place, do with this kind of ideas when I get. There are certain things that I do primary ideas and ideas. Now we focus on the primary ideas. I'll go for first. This football or sports or sporting in Sierra Leone. When I started watching, something came to my mind. This our Tumbo, we will try for mention, I think I don't know much about this lady. She's a young lady, and I want to look at the power of women. What does that mean? We don't see how in today's governance, and particularly into the country, right? I say no type of politicizing, how a woman is stand behind a man with a sympathy. Same way as Lady Awatumbo, a soul like a man, we see in action and reaction. So what are the type of, and as we say for type of put people into spotlights, we give victory and praises to whom it belongs. So now, why type of consider also the rest of the football team? Some man get fiancé, some man get, and a man's or a player's best cheerleader in person very close to him. It can be in wife and girlfriend, something where they motivate them. We can cheer them, we can motivate them. But at the time where Musa Tumbo, we in wife motivate them, a cheer us to that level. We see. Every time we remember say yes, I get it for me. So why firstly now we try for come and say, okay, like our certain thing, we meet people. Why we come together? If we see a sport activity like this they go on, we see all them players get them together. Say, look, we cannot share with man. When they see it after the game, it will give them more zeal. We put them together. Let we come together and give this support. We're not for serious football and nigga one wife, nigga one girlfriend, but this time, we change the dynamics. Let we change them and see. Musa Tumbo is a big good thing. Why see that video where they show from Bo, whether they hell hour? I say no wonder when Musa Tumbo say nego Europe, they stay in a salon. With the same for make player they stay in a salon. That's some of the things. When I say Musa Tumbo is a big good thing. This will make Musa stay in a salon with motivation. We need for give them something for them. This is their livelihood. So we have to do something keep them. Another typical example. Lady in that office, and I will create and ladies, I will call them wives of soccer players or whatever. I will find a good name where you will say for just support these people. You understand? Create more space for them. Let them be. And the police here, the women, police wives, they are so essential because the work of the police, they work for make sure that if their home not sweet, they not say police not work in duty right.
Exactly.
So these guys they are so. If them guys they are so they're happy, their homes they're happy, believe me, they will do the right thing. They will do the right. They're not going to need to because they know for say hey, the best house how they praise what they call it. Now we land. We use look the energy in Kenema, look that energy in Bo. Not talking about Freetown. Can you imagine? So if these ladies, I mean to speak that directly to First Lady, call our Tumbo, create an office, and call also all the football players. So not only talk to them wives as well. And una come together, motivate una husband them. And then we will see. We'll go before. Thank you very much. I will come for the explanation.
All right, Mr. Shilon.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we get a call. If we not get another call in the 2-3 minutes, what you add to this for the next 2-3 minutes? Okay, I think we have another call. Caller, who said the call from? What's your name, please? Hello, caller.
Yes, my name Mohamed Sise. I call from Germany.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your contribution is it. Anyway, first of all, congratulations to all the players. They really tried and do it well. Because we all know Ivory Coast, if we look in terms of players, we didn't get, really easy, comparing to Sierra Leone, because they really get outstanding players, We really do well, because normally, we always say, Ivory Coast, we can play them, they can be 3-4 knots, 3 knots, 2 knots, but this time around, we should see as Salone football, it don't really change. And Musa Tumbu, I think that one of the greatest players in the Sierra Leone Premier League, where I understand the best player of the month before the Nations Cup so as well, and also one of the players at the Sierra Leone Premier League, and the man up to 100 millions, moving Japan and Lions. So it's really fantastic. And one of the fans that really follow up Mohamed Kalon. We all know Mohamed Kalon is a legend for winning Sierra Leone as considered for football. If Mohamed Kalon talks, and Musa Tumbu, now one of the greatest players with really potential. We all know what's in that mean. We get all the quality as we look for attacker. It gets all the quality. So for me, it's just better today where they use them and really prove them. Because the ball is possible, even me while they watch the game, the commentator, even talk about Musa Tumbu, they say this guy is really incredible, attacker. Because one thing where at the map and the goal, the defender where he turns so, where the working normally calls say show me your number. Now one of the biggest defenders at Manchester United, that is where now Manchester with their cast one day, of course. He turns so with the right, then he slap the ball with the left. Remember, it really shows say yes, he get the quality. The only thing is that somebody when you see him, we just need to forget a good midfielder, where he's going to pump the ball for the attacker. Because Musa Tumba, he play one top foot, one of the quality he gets. Where this team go by him, now Salone, now Europe, now one of the team that one the way we all know for the first in the history. For let able to sign a black player when a Musa Tumbu didn't get that lock in. When a very team, but now God knows what really they happen to him. If we didn't get today, and this we sister we didn't call her also instead don't come and see how best instead to do your contribution. Just like one of my brothers say, woman he gets a great role for playing a man life. So when they don't come and see, you don't try to talk to them. We all see the videos. We go out. Hey, Musa, Mama Salone, all this kind of stuff. At the end of the day, then the man goes and make it. So the talent today. The only thing we need for do, we just need for build then guys to work together. You know, at least make them understand themselves. Because like Musa, I think one of the biggest game this ever for Sierra Leone. Because even the friendly self, we go with that. You know, so like it will look a little bit difficult. So I mean, let's just try for see how best, because if you try again, you don't win against Algeria. So the last game we need to win. So that's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shilo. We get about 20-25 minutes for this show for goal. So what I want to do? Well, if I less than that, yes, say about it. But you say 20. No, you're at say 20 minutes. So what I want to do? I want you wrap up by recapping everything that happened from the time where we left for go compete under, from the time we go left, we play first game, second game, and how things they go, and waiting that the future we don't begin predict as to Usai Salone get for go now in terms of international recognition. And hopefully they'll take this call. Caller, who's the call from? Whether you may get 3 minutes. You get 3 minutes for this. And you get for lower you system. You get for dollar system. Caller.
Yes.
Caller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get for lower system.
Okay, I don't read this. Well, good evening.
Okay, get 3 minutes.
Germany.
Okay, get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, okay. No, what do you know more like some of we try to say this now one of the moment them way we be not miss now we life, you know. A lot of we don't travel, we don't kind of the diaspora, we don't get so many tragedies in our life back home, you know. Like me so personally, me a person who have been miss my country and not go up na Salone. So like I go Salone, that unity we be missing there, we not ever get them. Not the way put it together. Not the way we can put together outside politics. And the politics back then they scatter we. You know what I mean? And I separate we and divide we. You know, so like today this thing will happen. So now me na the first game this way I will ever witness from where upon where Salone they play, you know, because some of we did not account today will be small, no any way to go on there. So I believe say this moment I talk not only to the politicians or owners, but to the whole generation, you know, to let's say the whole nation, the Sierra Leoneans, let we embrace this movement, let we not actually left this movement here, understand it? The type of unity we this don't bring. When I watch the momentum on internet, what around them here, you know, I don't know would they jubilate, would they call each other, you know. Some of you not get anything directly where we benefit from this, but indirectly, if you look at them, we the benefit back because some of we people they will do to friends they will do it now overseas. Now then they know also we come out, you know, and see we countries them. We know some of our sisters and they back now where they married to Germans or where they married to European foreigners them, you know. But they're not sabi for anything past war or bad things, you know. So we then kind of thing yeah they happen, they bring we come together. I talk to the youth them, I talk to the government them. They will not ever drop this moment. They will come together because I won't see the mayor going on page, you know, the woman they jubilate, he wear the Leon Star jersey, the president himself, you know. People ending at the street, you don't know whether APC, you don't know whether SLPP. Let us come together as one, you know, let's move. Anything we do with them, we national name depam, let we support them without any sentiment. You know, this thing it put tears now we some of we own eyes, they put joys, now we hurt them, you know, and we try for embrace them or talk to brother and back home, let we left the violence, you know, unity and they bring we come together. Let we just get that one moment, the way and see the way certain things come, we might have our differences, but let us know that yes. In terms of this case, we represent our country. The country they above we, you know, they above us. We certainly see that today. And I pray to God, let we play as them with them there under, let God give them good health, the motivation, the way they motivate them, both homes and abroad. Let God put more motivation in them. And that no one I may try for saying this message. Let it go down to our politicians and our brothers down there as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we hear with last call. We catch up with last call for tonight. Caller, who said the call from what's your name, please? Then after that, Mr. Shino, you will do the wrap up. Who said the call from what's your name? Caller? Caller, you see on the line, please? Mr. Shino, I want to consolidate.
The caller might call back. Yeah, go ahead, Professor.
No, well, we don't wait. I mean, if you call fine, but
Yeah.
I want to let you consolidate. We can't one that today into context and perspective, looking at Usa Odongo and Usa Odongo, Usa Odigo, and the bigger picture of this, how we don't begin to come together small. So fully from sports, so tell God will make we able to leap forward in terms of say politics of a divide way. I mean politics are just, they vote for you, you don't need it, but we get bigger pictures than our politics. So I want to consolidate we can't want today into context and perspective.
Well, for me, politics, like anything else, it gets in your own place. And I think anything will get in your own place when you get proper perspective, it can make you understand them better. But, I'm all in favor of politics. But I think we get forget a certain standard below which will not fall. I am totally against politics that thrives on tribalism. It is dangerous. It's not good. It's counterproductive. It's short-sighted, and it does the country no good. Because every group, every tribe, get major contribution for make. So that said, and talents not come by tribe. Talents not come by whose part of the country you're born. Talents are a natural gift. When you get them, you get them. And now, never in the history of a country have we ever have we been so proud of being called Australian. With all this international fame, we will get so. With all them victory, we will get so. Nobody, any part of the world, go ask you, are you from Sierra Leone? You say, yeah. What tribe are you? Nobody will ask you that question there. All people are interested in knowing who you are. Are you Australian? And that's enough for the world. That's enough for people like me. Because it's irrelevant what part of the country you come from, what tribe you belong to. It's a total waste of time and energy and misplaced value or judgment. So we need to recognize that what you bring we together and that will focus on and improve. This is a good example of what nationalism should be. Be proud of your country. And like our professor can say, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So this is the time we get for begin, move around. As I get Nigerian friends, I get Ghanaian friends. When they talk to me, then they talk about a spectacular performance at the African Cup of Nations. Nobody has ever said to me, oh, Mr. Shillon, whose tribe you come out as Australian? Oh, that goalkeeper. Now whose tribe? No, people don't think in those terms. And so we need for downplay the trivial issues there where we try to make issues out of. So I say again, like this Awatumbo, that is, they say is the wife of Musa Tumbo. Well, I mean, if she is married to a player as great as Musa Tumbo, I think she should capitalize on the fame of a man. And it no matter to me, if she uses that fame there to become a popular politician, I think that qualifies her. The only thing for me, what it is say, what he get for offer the country. Because we know say a man gets something for offer the country in terms of good quality playing. Now, if I see that as a stepping stone, which I think is fair, can at the limelight, they say, hey, I can use that for help my country. I think God bless her. So I think it's enough because that's how opportunity comes, But what would they talk even about the equalizer, but for goals? Some people they need for even go back because what would they talk about equalizer on the goals? There are two equalizing goals. We were down 1-0, then the other player came in time to 1-1. That was an extraordinary goal. People they need for go back and watch that first equalizer there. And before the second one. So these guys are top. They're just top notch, not to just lucky goals then score. They really played classic soccer for getting goals then they. So I know a good soccer player when I see one. So these guys are second to none. But again, when somebody calls say, oh, and see why you know and go overseas. Well, I think if we be very careful about that, because na in your fortune this, na in your future this, na in your talent this. Fame not go put food on your table. Fame not go help you picking them. Now if we want to keep them talented players, then we for come up with policy for keep them. They should not sacrifice any more to the country than politicians in the sacrifice. I think it would be a great mistake. We want them do what it takes. It takes money, it takes training, it takes facilities. At the end of the day, when they reach them peak, these guys should be able to own a house. They should be able to have bank accounts. They should be able to have certain things for keep them going beyond the 40 years. Because no athlete, by the time you get to be 35, you don't reach your peak. So I hope themselves will be concerned about the future. So if we country no one give you a future, look elsewhere. You know, I'm not going to encourage anybody in our country for say you can play. I mean, all the dance in the streets will not put food on your table. You know, one will put food on your table and give you picking a future and give you a future. Now, a government will care about you and the talent and the contribution we need to make. And that's all I'm advocating. We cannot abuse or take undue advantage of the talent. They should be recognized. They should be treated fairly. They should be adequately paid. They should be, and then we'll know we're on the right track. That's what I would say in terms of the overall picture of what's happening. You know, I don't think it would be fair to encourage these young people. And Professor, if I may ask you, I think let's take one more call, and then you can say.
Yeah, okay. We'll load. Caller, please stay within the 3 minutes because actually we may not really come to the end. So these are the last calls, of course. So say the call for which name, please.
I'm calling from Washington D.C. My name is Mojo. How you doing, guys?
Pretty good.
You got 3 minutes.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah. I'm calling from Washington D.C. My name is Joseph Wilson. How you guys doing?
We're doing well.
Okay.
We're doing okay.
In the matter of the helping the sporting event, it is very important that they should have a salary base. Everybody should have a salary base, just like they do for the ministers. They should have a salary base for everyone that participates in the soccer team. They should have a salary base, and make sure that whoever is responsible for the Ministry of Sport and Health should not interfere with that money. They should not interfere with that money. Furthermore, they should also have they should build a facility, a nice facility, a sporting facility where they have a sporting medicine doctor that will be taking care of their well-being. Just like Mr. Mohammed just said. Just like he just said. All what Mr. Mohammed just said. They should know how to balance the revenue of the country so that they should make sure that whatever momentum that we have in soccer right now, that momentum continues. The country is rich with wealth and minerals. So they should know how to use the money wisely. But not corruption and money mismanagement. The country has money, has wealth.
But people live in poverty. People live in poverty, which is not good. That means the money management of the country doesn't go according to. That, and also I need to make another point. The other gentleman, not Mr. Mohammed, I don't know his name. The other gentleman talk about he want to run for president in Sierra Leone. My question to him is, what is your agenda? What are you going to bring to the people of Sierra Leone? What are you going to what are your issues? What are you going to solve when you become a president? What are you going to solve when you become a president? Because every time when the African man become a president in an African nation, the number one thing is they try to do is become rich and to enrich their own family, and then they leave the rest of the people behind the same way they left them. That is not right.
Thank you. Well, on behalf of all the members of the VS television show, it's been a pleasure having all of you here. We'll see you back here next Sunday. Good night.
You promised me and you are delivering. Yes! I told you you were going into that field as lions. Yes! The lion can never give up to an elephant. Yes!
Celebration inside Kenema right now for the draw. Inside Kenema City right now, celebration.
Equalizing. All man is celebrating. This is Popola. They do not like life updates inside Freetown. We represent inside the capital city. People they celebrate all over. All man they celebrate. All man they celebrate all over. All man they celebrate. Salonians they celebrate. Everybody happy for them. Everybody happy. Celebration all over. The ambulance, this people youngster. We are seeing all the celebration all over. The celebration. Thanks for youngster. Thanks for the coach. What's the big? What an
I get a message for you, oh. Leon starts done to one for me, oh. They say we no go, but we move them wrong. They say we no go, we stop from the bed. I said they play, we go they pray. From Freetown to Kenya, Mama Kenny, we go they say, people all my comments and support Leon's test guns. More than 20 years, not just 20 days. Salone people patient and wait. More than 20 years, it's a new day. Help me sing congratulations, make we sing them aloud. Congratulations, Leon's does make us feel proud. We go come back with a new song for sing Leon's does good. Oh. Then go come back with a new song for sing Leon's that's good. Oh, congratulations, congratulations, Leon's that make us proud. Oh, congratulations, sing aloud. Full of beat. Our markebi, playing in a holy young. Our markebi, Jama on no power mong. Mene me lumbo yai, mene me marco yai, Leon star, Jama no holy young. Jaunenda rapo mengong, yaltinem panije. Kella nel Leon star, me engaño to, Kella nel Leon star. Yalte ya podembe, yalte Kella nembe, Leon star, yalte Kella nembe. Congratulations, make we sing them aloud. Congratulations, Leon stars make us feel proud. We go come back with a new song for sing Leon stars good. Oh. Then go come back with a new song for sing Leon stars good. Oh. Congratulations, congratulations, Leon stars make us proud. Oh. Congratulations, sing aloud.
Oh my, oh Lord, will you listen when me sing along? Come, make me celebrate. Oh, we darling, Leon star. Come, make me jubilate. Well then, Leon the best thing for me heart. Leon star, #1 for me chart. Leon star, who say me loyalty day. Leon star, who say a day na day a day. Leon star, me come for talk about liars, me come for talk about sports. I come for talk about Leon star, make me all support. Me also, come, make me celebrate. What the day, come, make me jubilate. Well, I #1 for me chart. Who's higher than a day a day? All the people them they say. Who's higher than a day. Well then,
congratulations, make we sing them aloud. Congratulations, the youngsters make us feel proud. We gon' come back with a new song for sing the youngsters screw it over. They gon' come back with a new song for sing the youngsters screw it over. Congratulations, congratulations, the youngsters make us proud. Oh, congratulations.
well then, sing all the people from the east who no run come support. All the people from the west who no run come support. All the people from the north who no run come support. All the people from the south who no run come support. All the people all around Salone. So that why I'm
Congratulations, make we sing them aloud. Congratulations, the youngsters make us feel proud. We gon' come back with a new song for sing the youngsters screw it over. They gon' come back with a new song for sing the youngsters screw it over. Congratulations, congratulations, the youngsters make us proud. Oh, congratulations. Sing aloud.
Maxi made it.